Welcome to the Be Here Tao series. I am Jody Hill Stevenson, and I'm so glad you came to visit us today at the Institute for Richer Living. In the late 80s, when I was the senior minister at what was then the Portland Church of Religious Science, it is now the Portland Center for Spiritual Living, I was asked to help a young man make his transition. So for about 3 months, I went to visit Brian every week. I'd like to share with you the story that I have actually in my new book, The Trio of Treasures, Embracing the Wisdom of the Tao. The date was September 18th, 1988. We both knew this meeting would be our last and that we would never see each other again. His time had indeed come to an end. Brian was a beautiful, young, 33-year-old man. And for 3 months prior, we had met weekly. We had chatted, prayed, cried, and mostly laughed. People die the way they live their life. And Brian was dying a peaceful, kind man with wisdom much beyond his years. So it came time for me to leave. So I got my coat on, I got my purse, and I went over and I hugged him. And I said, "Brian, is there anything I can do for you?" He said, "No, I'm really good. I really am." And as I started to walk out of the room, when I got to the door, he went, "Reverend Jody, come back. I have a question for you." So I went back, sat on the chair, I took his hand, and he said, "Is there anything I can do for you?" And I went, "Wow, Brian, no one's ever asked me that on their deathbed." I thought a minute and I went, "Yeah, actually there is something you can do for me. When you cross over to the spirit world, take some time, get some rest, renew, but then come and find me, and will you be one of my angels? I would love that." And with just a split second, he went, "Oh no, is that what you're asking me?" And I went, "What?" He said, "You are so busy all the time, you exhaust your angels. I don't know if I want to be that busy." And I said, "Excuse me, my angels love being my angels." And with the sweetest twinkle in his eye, he said, "I would be so honored to be one of your angels." So we chatted a few more minutes, and he said to me, he asked me to share with the world that at the end of the day, and especially at the end of a person's life, the only regret one can have is to have lived a life from a powerless victim perspective. He looked straight into my eyes and he said, "Time is more precious than people know, and people are more powerful than they can ever imagine. Please go out in the world and tell everyone that." He began to drift off to sleep. I held his hand and said a final prayer. And I quietly left, knowing that I will see him again as an angel in my life. And I have to share with you, over the last, so many, 31 years, I have felt Brian so many times as my beautiful, wonderful, one of my angels. So Brian is asking us to really understand that our time here is precious and that we have more power than we ever thought possible, that we can actually create our own destiny. We have 1,440 minutes every day. We are asked to live in gratitude, and we are asked to live in love. And so this is our final week talking about time and destiny and power. So this week, spend some time really honoring the precious minutes of your day. Please go to our website. The story of Brian will be there. Go to the top menu, push on Be Here Tao, And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a fabulous, great week because you are fabulous and great. Thanks for joining me.